all over. Could it be all over for the United States of America? Or are we on the verge of an economic resurgence? Not helping is an administration accustomed to overspending, using funds solicited from overtaxing the wealthy and middle class in a system utilizing an outdated tax code that needs to be overhauled. Here's a general overview of how things stand. An oversized bureaucracy persistently imposing its will on the population, like targeting the overweight. But wait, there's more. If I may be permitted to elaborate on some of the things I hate, one would have to have a fluid sense of humor to actually appreciate the joy of hate. Get it? Not the rigid, stoic sort that gets all stoked up and bent out of shape. A prime example of the phony outrage that affects the far left like a plague. Just ask Greg Gutfeld. If you ask me, I blame an administration that wants to be both overlord and overseer of the masses. Its legislative process as slow as molasses, constantly trying to overstep their bounds with their pedantic dialogue and complicated banter in an age of overreach, overreaction, and overkill. The will of the people being overruled by an overzealous activist judiciary having gone overboard, a tragic overdose of stupidity causing it to be overrated. Talk about change being overdue, the working class being overworked and underpaid, many working overtime just to make ends meet, overshadowed by greedy union executives exerting overwhelming influence with their overbearing temperaments and over-the-top contingency measures in the workplace, on the verge of being overtaken by competitors, even though it's not really getting better overseas. The constant challenges by competitive industrial forces, overexposure to toxic liberalism causing the misinformed to demonize American exceptionalism, the liberal media encouraging overblown accusations by oversensitive underachievers, overcrowded classrooms with oversexed unbelievers, a direct result of trying to exclude religious discipline from academic exercises. If I'm not mistaken, much of this madness began in the early 70s. But what has that achieved, other than the anticlimax of an oversensitized society, extremely touchy-feely and intensely needy? It's all over when the mentality is to be totally dependent on government, rather than to be an overcomer, overflowing with gratitude. Bricker19 Mayday. I'm not sure whose payday it is, so don't call for backup. I say this because I'm over and out.
You're listening to Words by MOE.